Believe it or not, this may be the most important car Chevrolet has ever made. Now, Chevrolet isn't saying the fully electric Equinox EV is the most important car it's ever made, but in a lot of ways it is. The brand and General Motors has slowed down on its shift toward going all electric, but it's still releasing a lot of models, including this one, which will compete in the most competitive segment in the automotive industry today, compact SUVs. And it's going to be going up against some heavy hitters like the Tesla Model Y, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Mustang Mach-E, and the Volkswagen ID.4. Plus, it has to compete with internal combustion engine vehicles, including the all-new Chevrolet Equinox that's also launching this year. Talk about tough love. But the Equinox EV is coming to play. This comes standard with a 213 horsepower front-wheel drive system and a battery good enough for 319 miles of range. All-wheel drive with 288 horsepower is also available, but the range drops to 285 miles per charge. The first Equinox EVs heading to showrooms right now range from $43,295 to $46,795, but they all qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit. And starting later this year, there's going to be an entry-level model that gets the 319 miles of range, but starts at just $34,995. Nothing comes close to that with over 315 miles of range. Equinox EV is also packed with a lot of standard equipment, adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency brakes. Doesn't have the fastest charging available, but at a public DC fast charger, you can fill the battery up to 80% in about 40 minutes, but with that 319 miles of range, that's maybe not as important as it is for a vehicle with 250 or less. And while some people might be concerned that these pop-out door handles could get iced in, they actually have a feature that vibrates them and shakes them and knocks them a little bit to break through an ice covering. Unfortunately, it's 80-something degrees right now, so I can't demonstrate that for you today. The interior features a 17.7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Google built in, but doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto smartphone integration. GM's moving away from that. If you want apps, you have to download them through the Google Play Store. As for my 6'1" scooch test, where I see where I fit behind myself, with the front seat set comfortably for me, the legroom back here is tremendous. This is a very long wheelbase. Hard to even call this a compact SUV. And while it's not enormous, the cargo area is pretty roomy, although the Equinox EV does not have a front. 213 horsepower is not a lot, but it's actually more than you get in the regular gas-powered Equinox, and with that electric motor, power delivery feels very peppy. This will do 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, while the all-wheel drive version can do it in about 6. This isn't meant to be a sport utility vehicle, however, so how it rides is more important to how quickly it goes. And it rides very well. This is as good as anything in this class right now. Comfortable ride, controlled handling, and since this has front-wheel drive, while a lot of electric vehicles use rear-wheel drive in this class, the way it feels will be more familiar to people coming into it from a gas-powered crossover utility vehicle. Haven't driven the newest Equinox yet, but I can tell you this rides as well as the older one, maybe better, and it's certainly on par with all of the electrics that it's going to be competing against. You can even get this with Chevy's hands-free Super Cruise highway driving system. This also has a one-pedal driving system that starts applying the regenerative brakes as soon as you let up off the accelerator and will bring it to a complete stop. This is very much what you call a first drive. Got a limited amount of time with the vehicle today, but I think it was enough to say I can recommend you go check this out if you're looking for something in this class. Almost impossible to beat at the price if you're just looking for a car that's affordable and can go a good distance between charges. You can definitely see it giving all the competition a run for its money, including that gas-powered Equinox.